Welcome to Sunday School for Sunday, October 27th, 2024, for our senior high students ages 15 to 17. I do not own the rights to this music. Today's Bible basis is coming out of Ezekiel chapter 43, verses 1 through 12. The Bible Truth, God's Divine Glory Returns. The title of our story, Place of Peace. Sierra didn't answer the door when the doorbell sounded, because no one came for her on Saturdays anymore. If anybody, it was one of her brother's playmates. The door stopped being for her 2 months ago, when her best friend Tasha started dating Quan. Since then, she only got to spend time with Tasha on 2 occasions, at church and when Tasha was troubled. She was in the middle of completing homework when there was a knock on her door. "Come in." When Tasha walked in, she fell onto Sierra's bed and wept. "What's wrong?" "Juan broke up with me." "You think it's for good this time?" "I think so. I'm not trying to be funny, but this is really a good thing. See, I knew I shouldn't have come over here. I was looking for a place of peace, and here you are happy, because you don't have to share me with anybody." Sierra stopped Tasha from leaving. "No, that's not what I meant. I was saying I think it's good that you two are not together because of the number of times he dumped you. It's clear that he doesn't deserve you, and when you are with him, it's like you forget about everybody, me, God, and even yourself. But I know one day you're going to find somebody that will show you God's love on earth. That's all I was trying to say." Our lesson scripture, Ezekiel chapter 43, verses 1 through 12. "Afterward, he brought me to the gate, even the gate that looketh toward the east. And behold, the glory of the God of Israel came from the way of the east, and his voice was like a noise of many waters. And the earth shined with his glory. And it was according to the appearance of the vision which I saw, even according to the vision that I saw when I came to destroy the city. And the visions were like the visions that I saw by the river Chebar. And I fell upon my face. And the glory of the Lord came into the house by the way of the gate, whose prospect is toward the east. So the Spirit took me up and brought me into the inner court, and behold, the glory of the Lord filled the house. And I heard him speaking unto me out of the house, and the man stood by me. And he said unto me, Son of man, the place of my throne, and the place of the soles of my feet, where I will dwell in the midst of the children of Israel forever, and my holy name shall the house of Israel no more defile, neither they nor their kings by their whoredom, nor by the carcasses of their kings in their high places, in their setting of their threshold by my thresholds, and their posts by my posts, and the wall between me and them. They have even defiled my holy name by their abominations that they have committed, wherefore I have consumed them in my anger. Now let them put away their whoredom and the carcasses of their kings far from me, and I will dwell in the midst of them forever. Thou son of man, show the house to the house of Israel, that they may be ashamed of their iniquities, and let them measure the pattern. And if they be ashamed of all that they have done, show them the form of the house, and the fashion thereof, and the goings out thereof, and the comings in thereof, and all the forms thereof, and all the ordinances thereof, and all the forms thereof, and all the laws thereof, and write it in their sight, that they may keep the whole form thereof, and all the ordinances thereof, and all the forms thereof, and all the laws thereof, and write it in their sight, that they may keep the whole form thereof, and all the ordinance thereof, and do them. This is the law of the house upon the top of the mountain, the whole limit thereof round about shall be most holy. Behold, this is the law of the house. The Israelites suffered 2 blows for their idolatrous ways. First, their temple had been destroyed, and second, they were carried away into captivity by the Babylonians. In their utter despair, Ezekiel saw a vision of the temple filled with the Spirit of God that would bring them hope. In the story, Place of Peace, we find Tasha upset because her boyfriend broke up with her. She went to her best friend Sierra's house. Sierra gives her hope by looking ahead. The questions from today's story. Number 1, who had come to Sierra's house? Number 2, what was wrong? Number 3, how did Tasha receive Sierra's advice? Number 4, was Sierra being supportive? The questions from our lesson text today. Number 1, from which gate did the Spirit of the Lord enter the temple? Number 2, where did the Spirit lead Ezekiel? Number 3, from where did Ezekiel hear the voice speaking to him? Number 4, how did the Israelites defile God's holy name? And number 5, why did the Lord want Ezekiel to describe the temple to the Israelites? The Israelites' place of peace was gone. However, Ezekiel saw it in a vision as rebuilt and filled with the glory of God. Do you have a place where you can go when you need to get away from the craziness of the world? Where is this place? Challenge yourself to go there daily. If you do not have such a place, this week pray to God about a place you can go for peace. The memory verse. So the Spirit took me up and brought me into the inner court, and behold, the glory of the Lord filled the house. And that's Ezekiel chapter 43, verse 5. God bless you and thank you for joining me today.